Welcome to Daily Ease, a little corner of calm where we invite you to find peace in your everyday life. Because we believe that stillness is also a form of growth. Let's slow down and talk gently about living with a softer, kinder rhythm. Today, I want to talk to you about something we don't often have the courage to say out loud. Have you ever felt that now you're in your mid-30s or older, you should feel like your life is more settled, that you should know who you are, what you want, where you're going? But the truth is, some mornings we wake up and feel tired before the day even begins. We've been working for years, we have a position, we have income, maybe we have a family, a house, a car. Everything we once thought, if I just have this, I'll be happy. But why is it that some nights we can't sleep? We lie there asking ourselves, what am I missing? Today's question isn't, how do I become more successful? It's a deeper question than that. What really is a good life? And more importantly, how do we know when we're already living one? I think when we reach 35 and beyond, we arrive at a very strange place. We have enough experience to understand how the world works, but we're not old enough yet to say, forget it. We're in the middle, between our own expectations and reality, between what we've built and what we still want, between responsibilities and the dreams we have left. And this is where it gets heavy. Because when we were 25, we had plenty of time. We could still make mistakes. But now, every decision seems to carry more weight. If we change jobs, are we taking too much risk? If we don't change, will we regret it? If we take a break, will people think we lack ambition? But if we don't stop, when will we ever breathe? And more than that, social media shows us that others seem to be more successful than us. That classmate is already a CEO. This person is on their third trip to Japan. That one has a beautiful home, a family that looks happy. And we look at ourselves and ask, did I do something wrong? But today, I want to tell you, maybe we didn't do anything wrong. Maybe we're just measuring success with a ruler that isn't ours. And maybe it's time to stop running and start walking, to stop chasing and start looking around, because the answer to happiness might not be ahead of us. It might be right here in what we already have. As we grow older, some things gradually change. We discover that applause isn't the only answer to happiness. One morning, we might wake to warm light filtering through the curtains, the smell of warm coffee beside a cup, or someone asking us, "Have you eaten yet?" These small things somehow soften and warm our hearts more than anything extravagant. I once had a friend who worked at a big company. She had a nice condo, a good car, a high position. But one day she told me, you know what? Some nights I come home and just sit looking at this place, and I feel like it's not a home. It's just an expensive hotel room. That sentence made me think about the words having versus being. She had everything, but she wasn't really being anyone in that space. Albert Einstein once wrote that a simple and quiet life brings more lasting happiness than chasing success that never lets the heart rest. This sentence sounds like a gentle warning from someone who's seen the world, like someone standing at the peak, turning back to say, up here, it's quiet and sometimes lonely. What we call light in daily life doesn't have to be anything big. Light might be a small sound, like the laughter of someone we love. Light might be watching a single leaf gently move in a pot. Light might be eating warm food on a tired day. These small things, when gathered together, become the little reasons we want to wake up the next morning. Steve Jobs spoke about seeing the value of simplicity near the end of his life. He reminded us to look at what truly matters before time runs out. Maybe all the success we chase doesn't answer the questions in our hearts. And maybe what satisfies us is simpler and closer than we think. The word just right sounds simple, but it's deeper than we realize. Just right doesn't mean stopping growth. Just right means knowing your own boundaries, knowing where the line is that keeps your heart from feeling suffocated. It's like pouring coffee into a cup. Too much and it overflows. Too little and it's not enough. Life is the same. Knowing where our just right is, that's an art form. And this art isn't taught in school. It's taught through trial and error, through falling into holes and learning from the days we felt good. The Dalai Lama once reminded us not to aim at being better than others, but at being better than yesterday. When we measure success by our own standards rather than society's, life begins to have breathing room. We might find happiness in doing small things consistently, reading one page before bed, taking an elderly neighbor for a walk, thinking of someone who's gone with warmth, not sadness. A writer like Harakumi Murakami reflects loneliness and peace in ordinariness. His work takes us to small scenes full of life's details. These things remind us that some meanings aren't found in shouting to the world, but are hidden in the small corners of ordinary days. Think about a small corner in your home that's yours alone. An old wooden table, a coffee cup with tiny scratches, a blanket soaked with the scent of night sleep. A small space like this doesn't need to be fancy, but if it makes us feel safe, then it's our room that Virginia Woolf spoke of. This room isn't just physical space, it's mental space. Space where we can think, stop, breathe, and be ourselves. Now, this is where I want to shift from talking to doing, because the truth is, inspiration is beautiful, but without action, it remains just a feeling that fades when morning comes. So I want to share with you 3 simple things you can start doing tomorrow morning. Not big things, not things that require changing your whole life, just small adjustments that might bring more light into your days. Number 1, the daily light inventory. Before you sleep each night, take just 1 minute. Write down one sentence. Today, my light was. It doesn't have to be beautiful, doesn't have to be long, just honest. Maybe it's the smile of a colleague at lunch. Maybe it's my dog waiting for me at the door. Maybe it's just, I made it through a hard day. Do this for 7 days, then read back. You'll see that your life has more light than you thought. And this practice trains your brain to look for light, not just shadows. Number 2, create a no-phone zone. Choose one corner in your home that you like. It might be by a window, a reading chair, or just a cushion on the floor. Make a rule. When you enter this corner, no phone. No notifications, no scrolling, no checking anything. This is your space to just be, to breathe, to think, or to do nothing at all. In the beginning, it might feel uncomfortable, even boring, but give it time. You'll discover that boredom is actually the doorway to creativity, and silence is the space where you hear yourself again. Number 3, the enough ritual. Choose one thing you do every day. Drinking coffee, taking a shower, walking, anything. While doing it, say to yourself, right now, this is enough. Not in a resigned way, but in a grateful way. This trains your mind to recognize what just right feels like, because for too long we've been told nothing is ever enough. This ritual is a small rebellion against that voice. These three things might sound too simple. You might think, will this really change anything? But here's what I've learned. Big transformations don't come from big actions. They come from small actions done consistently with awareness. These practices aren't magic. They're tools. And like any tool, they only work if you use them. Before we end, I want you to try something with me. Right now, wherever you are, close your eyes and think of one person you love. It could be someone near, someone far, or someone who's gone. Just one person. And in your mind, say to them, "Thank you for being my light." If doing that made your chest feel even slightly warmer, that right there is proof that your life already has light, and it's not as small as you think. Tomorrow morning, when you wake up, before you check your phone, before you start your to-do list, take one breath and ask yourself, what light do I want to let in today? Because a good life doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to impress anyone. It doesn't have to look like someone else's life. A good life is one where you know what your just right is, and where you protect the small lights that matter to you. Tonight, I hope you rest well. I hope you carry a small light in your heart, and I hope you wake up tomorrow feeling that today you are enough. Thank you for being here with me. Until next time, may you see your own light more clearly.